My name is Tori, this is Novel Life. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna chat about my top 10 book boyfriends. Let me tell you, I just spent about 20 minutes looking through all of my freaking books, and I finally narrowed it down to 10 books. These are my top 10 book boyfriends, book husbands, whatever you want to call it, okay? I think I did this video a little while ago, but I've read a lot of new favorite books. I've read new subgenres of romance, and I have some new book boyfriends on this list. I'm very excited for them. Some of them you're not going to be shocked by. Some of them had stayed on the top of my list. I'm not going to mention Rowan from the Throne of Glass series because I always put him in everything, but he is amazing and I love him, but he gets a little shout out because I just couldn't include him in this, okay? I just couldn't. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. When I tell you this is in no particular order, I truly mean this because I don't think I can rank them. But the first one I want to talk about is Dominic Davenport from King of Greed. So, King of Greed by Ana Huang is the third book in the Kings of Sen series. This follows a married couple who, in this book, they get divorced. Actually do get divorced, and they reconnect and reunite and have their HEA at the end of the book in a specific way. I will say I'm not going to give anything away, but I'll tell you. Okay, how do I say this? When people read this book, a lot of people hate Dominic. He is a businessman. He is king of greed. He wants everything. Business-wise, he wants everything. Nothing will satiate him. He wants to keep going and keep, climbing and more and more and more. That's what he wants, okay? And he has done that in his career at the cost of his marriage, okay? And Alessandra, when she realizes that, she's like, I've lost myself in this marriage. And he doesn't even realize that. Like, it was their 10-year anniversary and something happened and they just, he just totally forgot and never showed up for their date. So that was kind of the last straw. And I will say, if you've been in a marriage, relationship, partnership, whatever you want to call it, for a decent amount of time, like a long-term relationship or anything like that, this book will hit you harder because it is so easy to just fall into a rhythm, fall into just living life and forgetting about that. Like, it could easily go to the wayside with everything else that life has and throws at you. So it is so beautiful to watch, okay? It is so beautiful to watch Dominic crawl on his knees back to Alessandra. Figuratively, not literally, okay? But this man, at first you question his love for Alessandra, right? You think oh, how could he actually let, this happen to their marriage, okay? Guys, Dominic is top tier. I say book boyfriends, I truly mean book husbands. I would love to have any of these husbands, honestly. I am married myself, okay? And what I actually love is that whenever I read romance books, I love reading about love, but I also find a piece of my husband in each book, the way that he is caring, the way he is this, the way he is that. But I will say this book was just so relatable and I love it. See, we're already 4 minutes in and I've only talked about one book. I love Dominic, okay? If you read this book, I promise you're gonna love it. The next one I have is Sean Bell from Sinner by Sarah Simone. So a lot of people will look at this book and be like, one, this is taboo, one, this is forbidden. He's literally older than her by a decent amount and she is trying to become a nun. How can this be a book husband, book boyfriend? Okay, listen. Okay. The way that Sean Bell is as a human being to his core is pure and good, okay? Does it always come out that way? No, but he has the world on his shoulders. He is the oldest kid, the oldest Bell brother. He is dealing with a lot. His parents are coming to him and they're dealing with things and that's getting put on him. And this one girl is the one thing that he should not want out of everything going on in his life. Oh, I should say he's CEO. He's a billionaire. He runs his own company and all this other shit too. To his core, he is pure and he is good. The way he loves Zenny in this book, I love it. I love the way he loves Zenny. I love the way he loves everyone in his family. Is it complicated? Yes. Is it perfect? No. But the way that he is just, oh, I love him so much. I also see a piece of myself as an oldest child in him and being able to carry the weight of the world and everything else that life throws at you, and you're the one that is holding the glue of your family together, and when something happens, you're the one they go to and all this stuff like that. I love this. I love Sean Bell. He is my favorite Bell brother. We can agree to disagree, but he is the best. He is superior, and I love him so much. The next one I have is Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. Now, this is a book boyfriend. He's not husband material. He's a book boyfriend material, okay? And I say that because he is a man obsessed. He is wholly obsessed with Gwen, our female character, and the way that he like loves her mind, body, soul, the way her mind thinks about music, the way that, you know, he finds her so beautiful, the way that he is just like, I will get, like, literally whatever you give me, if it is scraps of your music, of your conversation, of your body, of your heart, of your mind, whatever it is, if you're going to give me scraps of it, I will take whatever you give me, because that's how much I am obsessed with you, and I love that. Now, is he husband material? I don't know if I consider him husband, like true husband material, but he is up there, okay? He is up there in the book boyfriends of the world because how obsessed he is and how he just loves to watch her play music. He loves the way her mind works. Like, he just loves everything about her, and I love that. I love just how obsessed he is. This is a very romantic book if you are someone who loves like musicians in books and how they come together. Very romantic, very sexy. Another book that I had to talk about is another Dominic, and this is Coach Dominic from Fourth Degree. So Nikki Castle is known to write spicy sport romances. 100% true. Her books are all spicy. They're great. This is the 5th book in the Fight Game series. You can read them out of order, but Dominic is the coach of the gym where like all of these characters train at. So like in the 1st book, he's training to be an MMA fighter. In the 2nd book, he just trains just to train. And in the 3rd book, he's also training to be an MMA fighter. The 4th book is like the same. They're all there for a reason, okay? And Coach Dom is at the head of it. When he meets our female character, who is a lot younger than her, she's doing one thing for herself. That is to go to this gym, to train, to learn how to protect herself, to learn how to be stronger, okay? And he knows that he is not supposed to fall for her. But once he starts peeling these layers back of this woman and her walls and why she has them up, and he realizes that she is taking on the weight of the world, he's like, wow, I can step in and I can help her. I can step in and I can be the person that she leans on when everyone else is leaning on her. She is taking care of her sick mother who is chronically ill. She's taking care of her brother who's a lot younger than her, who's in his teens. He's going to school. He's trying to do all these things, but they don't have the money for all that. It is perfection to see him step into this role for her, that she is independent. She doesn't need a man, but he is there to let her lean on him if she needs it and when she needs it. And it is beautiful and I love it. And yes, it's an age gap, but oh my God, I love Dominic because I love this so much. Like, I cried in this book, okay? I thought Two Fights was going to be my favorite of all time in this series, but this is a contender. And I picked this one instead of Jax from Two Fights because I just love, when I think about these books, I'm like, wow, Dominic is like Jax, but like a million times just like more. Maybe it's the age, but oh my God, I love him so much. Okay, you guys might have known that this one was coming, okay? You might have already known, okay? Johnny Kavanaugh, okay? Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't care what anyone says. Johnny Kavanaugh is absolute perfection in the book husband, book boyfriend material, okay? The things he does for Shannon, for Shannon's brothers, for Shannon's parents, for his friends. Dude, Johnny Kavanaugh would lay his life down for a lot of people, and Shannon is at the top of that fucking list, okay? And when I tell you he would do anything for Shannon, he would risk his career, he would risk just anything to have her near him and safe. And I say that in the best possible way. It's not a overly possessive boyfriend. It's not anything like that. It is literally purely because he wants the best for her. He is in love with her. He cares for her in a way that she's never been cared for before. And he wants to make sure that she has the best possible life going forward because she has been through it. If you've read these books, you know, okay, there's a lot of triggers. If you read these books, you know, but let me fucking tell you, he would literally lay down his life. He would be that book boyfriend that would put a jacket over a puddle just so Shannon could step across it so she doesn't get wet. No, not even that. He would not even put his jacket down. He would just lift her up and carry her wherever she needed so she didn't have to struggle across that puddle. Like, I'm being a little dramatic, but I promise you, he would be the one to do that. I will fight tooth and nail for them, okay? Like, the ending of Keeping 13 was possibly like the best thing that I could have seen between these characters. Like, everyone was like, what does their HEA look like? Yada, yada, yada. I think that is the perfect HEA for them because I see no other way after seeing that. Like, I don't see them doing anything else. And it is just perfection. And I love Johnny. Okay, we're only halfway through. The next one is Rhys from Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. Okay. Rhys is a hockey god. He was injured, okay? And now he has panic attacks. And those panic attacks are hard on him, okay? He really struggles. He really struggles with them trying to get back on the ice. And Sadie comes up to him and is like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you sitting on the ice? And she realizes he's having a panic attack. And let me tell you, okay, Sadie does not need more in her life. She has too much going on. Okay, with her brothers, with her family, all of this stuff. She doesn't need another person to take care of, okay? But the little grace that she gives Rhys and the little escape that she gives him with music and how he can cope with his panic attacks that's happening, okay? I will tell you, it is beautiful, the things that Rhys gives her in return. Like, it is a small portion of her time when she's there on the ice to help him, right? She's already there. She's already trying to ice skate and practice. But the small amounts of time that she gives him, he returns it 10,000% back. And it is beautiful to see him do that. It is beautiful to see him so down bad for this girl. Did you watch My Fault London? Did you see the guy get on his knees for our female character in that movie? That's this dude. That's just, oh my God. He would literally do anything for her. Like, after seeing not just the glimpse of her being kind and helping him out through a panic attack, he would literally give her anything, okay? And I love him. Oh my God, I love him so much. Okay. The next one I'm going to talk about, I can't really say too much, and that is Theon from the Legacy series, okay, by Melissa K. Rorick. Okay, this is the third book. I'm holding up the third book because I read the third book. The fourth book does not come out yet. It's coming out in August, okay? At the end of this book, Theon has my heart, okay? I don't even know what the hell he's going to do in the fourth book, but the amount of himself that he has given Tessalyn in this book, up until this book, that dude will do anything for Tessalyn. And you question him. It's a dark fantasy romance. You question him a lot. What is he doing? Why is he doing that? But you realize that he has done everything he can that he knows how to do to show his love for Tessalyn throughout this series. And is it always the right thing? Probably not, but that's the only way that he knows how. And he has given every single possible part of himself to make sure she is safe, to make sure she is protected. And it's not enough. And he realizes that. And at that point, I can't say no more. I can't say any more because it's going to be spot. Oh my God. If you know, you know. I can't say any more about Theon, okay? But my baby. Okay. The next one is Real by Kennedy Ryan. Canon in this book is literally perfection. Okay, so the reason why I love this book so much is because Neva, our female character, she has lupus. She's going through a diagnosis, her journey of healing and trying to manage her symptoms and all this stuff like that. This is a forbidden romance between a actress and the director. Canon is the director, okay? And Canon steps in the way, okay, this is it. He has a lot going on too, okay? He's a director, he's trying to do this biopic, he's trying to do a lot of things, okay? And when he realizes that Neva is sick and the way that like it's gotten progressively worse and she has been hiding all of these symptoms from everyone, because honestly, people with chronic illnesses, that's what they do. He steps in literally the most perfect way. Like, I don't know how Kennedy Ryan wrote this. I don't even know how long she researched. The way that Canon treats Neva while she is sick and really, really sick and going through it and having a flare up is the exact way that anyone should react, specifically a partner should react when you're having a flare up. And my husband does this stuff, and it's not a cuddling. It's not oh, let me give you everything. Let me try and fix it for you. There's no fixing it. And he knows that. He doesn't even try to give that as an option. It's, what can I do for you? Do you need me to hold you while you cry? Yes. Sometimes you just got to cry it out. Okay. You just got to have a pity party for yourself. And she cries and he just holds her. She wants to make this one type of food because she's using food to heal herself and manage her symptoms. He makes that food for her because it's hard for her to do because she's in the middle of a flare up. But to get out of the flare up, she has to eat better. Like, it is a continuous cycle, okay, being a chronic illness person and having a chronic illness. But I love him. I love him so much. Okay, 2 more books. The last one, not going to be a surprise. I would say he's my ultimate book husband. If I had to put anyone at the top of my book boyfriend / book husbands list, it's Dante Salvatore, okay? From the Anti-Heroes in Love duet. This is a duet with When Heroes Fall and When Villains Rise. This is the bind up. Let me tell you, I just reread this duet. I read book 1 at the end of January, and I just finished book 2 as a reread on audio for the 5th or 6th time. Dante Salvatore is perfection. He will literally do anything. He has broken down Elena's walls in book 1, okay? Completely broken them down. And then he implants himself into her life, and he is not letting her go. He is learning about all her past traumas, and he will right it. He will right those wrongs. Let me tell you, he will be the one to right those wrongs for her. And he does in the best way possible, okay? He is ultimate. God tier book boyfriend, okay? God tier. The last book I have is From Blood and Ash, and we have Hawke, okay? If you've read this whole series, you know why, but I'm just gonna speak from this first book, so a lot of stuff is a spoiler, okay? The hero in this book, guys, I love him so much. He knows Poppy is strong and independent. Yes, she is scarred. Yes, she has been hidden away, but he sees how strong she is, how resilient she is, okay? He sees it, and he does not try to hold her down. He does not try to tame her in any way. He lets her do whatever she wants. It's safely. Like, he will point out, maybe you shouldn't do that, but he does not hold her down. He knows that she is a better person than him, and he will do anything possible for her. Like, if you read the A Soul of Blood and Ash, which is the 5th book in this series, it's just from the hero's point of view. I have a totally different appreciation for that character because I love him so much, but I don't want to spoil anything. I know the series has been out for a while, but I love him. I love him so much. Listen to me. If you want to get me riled up, let me talk about my book boyfriends, okay? I will ride or die for these men. I love them so much. I love them so much because of how they treat their female character. Like, these people live rent-free in my head. Was it hard to narrow down 10? Yes, because I probably have 10 more that I would love to add to this list. But I really was like, to my core, my book boyfriends, what would they be? They would be these people, okay? So these are all my top 10 book boyfriends / book husbands. Some of them husbands, some of them book boyfriends, but you know what I mean. Anyway, if you've made it this far and you want to let me know, leave me the kiss emoji. The kiss, like the red kiss for like your lips. Yeah, leave me that emoji in the comments down below if you made it this far. I will be having a top 10 book girlfriends video coming soon after this. So make sure you subscribe for that to make sure you don't miss out on that video because I have that stacked next to me and I'm literally filming it next. I'm very excited for that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content from me. As always, I hope you're living a novel life and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.